get enough time, it doesn't really do any damage. So the TB was having such a good time. And I also just want to talk about that Weaver, because, you know, SG, they have first pick, they don't ban the Weaver, then you just literally give that for free for Hokori, and that Weaver felt really impactful. I'm not gonna lie, like,
well, to be honest,
it's a lot of time.
I think it's more about like how they were playing the game. Yeah, sure, Weaver is a really good hero, but I felt like their primary downfall is because of their own play and their own itemization. Yeah, sure, the dive at the end of the game is whatever, but I think that if they would have taken their timings much better, it would have been, you know, a whole different story. Obviously, if the game goes late, they're gonna have a hard time because it's a TB. TB counters their heroes. Your Wraith King and TA is not going to out carry the TB. The TB is going to just crush you later on. So they have to be able to make use of the first few timings that they have, especially with the Aegis, because you have TA, you're going to get the Aegis, and you have to be able to get one Rex like by 20 plus minutes. If that doesn't happen, right, the TB is going to just outscale you for sure.
Bowie, I'm going to open up the floodgates for the flame. What do you think about first pick Jakiro, my dude?
Well, what I feel like is happening here is SG, they have first pick again, so they probably want to play the same style, and they expect Hokori to go for that late game sort of carry. I feel like they're just gonna leave Terrorblade open, and they want to have supports and heroes that deal better Terrorblade, because they probably feel like if they, you know, had more AoE damage, they could deal with illusions, they could have had a better game, which arguably is true. Yeah, like they go TA again, so I feel like it's gonna be sort of a similar draft. And okay, they do ban TB. All right.
Okay, so they thought that was the big issue in their draft. Then it was the TB.
I mean, it was definitely part of the issue, like on the opponent side. But I felt like if they would have used their own timings better, it probably would have not been. It could have not been an issue at all, because they could have ended the game. They did so well, you know, in the first 15 minutes. I felt like they made every move.
But I think that's
perfectly.
like their own problem, Winter. I feel like they understand. I mean, to some degree, they understand that they struggle to use the advantage that they have. Because I feel like that was very similar to a lot of SG games. Like, they have decent laning stages, and I don't want to use the word troll, but a lot of times they don't use the tools they have to their disposal to the best degree, and the game kind of slips from their hands in a way.
You know, when you say that, I feel like sometimes the teams that always end up in that scenario, they always don't really understand what is the true problem of the team.
Yeah.
You can see here with the draft and whatnot, and how they're opening with their heroes, because I feel like sometimes it's fine if you lose a game and you have an advantage, but it's actually more important that you understand why did we lose, you know, like what we have to do differently. If you just lose and okay, we lost because of TB, and there's other underlying reasons, and you didn't really find it out, it's very bad for the team going forward. You know, you just keep losing without figuring out what's the true root of the cause. You have to treat the true root cause instead of just the symptom. The TB is kind of like he's the symptom, but he's not the true cause.
You summarize Brazilian Dota right now.
Yeah,
that is
it's true.
I think you pretty much.
Don't you think, Bowie, that the old SG started changing that pattern? That's why I was so surprised they
had a really good coach. They had a
really
good coach.
When you say the old
24/7.
SG, when you say the old SG, do you mean which
TISG? The last one. The last one we just saw. Yeah. I mean, I know we can go really old with SG. I think the old SG was even better, like the real old, the Kiev Major SG. But like, I'm talking about the TISG, because they were the first team I saw in Brazil to actually like stick it through, rebuild themselves, have great strategies. It was incredible, honestly. I was a big fan.
I mean, it's just rather, for me, I feel rather sad when I see these kind of teams where I feel like the players have so much potential, and they're struggling because of one very tiny bit of detail, that small thing, but it's really holding you back, you know, even though it's a very small detail, and you can't really realize the full potential of the team. And then the players end up, okay, we play one season, okay, this is not working out, it's probably our chemistry being so bad, you know, blah 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 blah. Okay, I can't talk to A and B player, so bye bye. But the true problem is not that, you know, so it's sad.
I totally agree. I mean, I do feel like there's definitely potential for SG to bring this to a 3-game series, but they definitely, I do see a pattern in the way that they lose, where they rarely get stomped in lanes. You know, they just, it's very similar to Noping in a way, I think. just like
Yeah,
random
their
mistakes.
first 15 minutes is kind of like as good as how Beast Coast can play their early
Yes.
game. I feel like they did everything in the macro part of the game, the rotations and everything, the laning, everything was perfect. They maneuvered around the timings, the runes, and everything where they should be playing. Should they be trading towers? Should they be defending their towers? How they're using the smoke? I would give all the boxes a tick. The first 15 right, until minute 18, 19. But after that, it was like, just those small details, that let them down. They could have just closed the game out and we would be talking about something different, We'll be saying, that the draft, they're so too greedy, blah, 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 blah.
No stuns.
They couldn't defend their racks because of this, that, But instead, we're talking about, oh no, the arms guy is not doing anything in the team fight, blah, 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 blah. So it's just the small things that could change the whole outcome of the game so much.
True.
5 seconds remaining.
So there's definitely a couple of different things in this draft. They went for the Pangolier here. I'm assuming it's gonna be. I mean, I guess it could flex mid, but probably gonna
Pango's
be Hero.
kind of bad against Puck and Weaver though.
Yeah.
The Weaver is the bugs is so annoying for the Pango, and Puck
until
self-explanatory why Pango sucks against Puck.
until you get the shard, you can't roll in Dream Coil.
Yeah.
Okay, the tilt has begun.
Why? Why do you think the Rubik is tilted?
Yeah, the guy is like saying, I told you to ban TP just now. There's nothing wrong with what we were doing.
5 seconds remaining.
And so
I don't know. I don't understand.
No, I thought you were talking about Rubik. So like I
Nah.
told
me
you
too.
to pick Weaver, so now I'm gonna get Rubik so I can play as Weaver and do the same thing.
Esports turn to
Okay,
And
then they get,
I'll be the better Weaver,
No, I think SG Esports is angry about it. I agree with Bowie. It's like, why can't we pick Weaver first pick? What? Why? I can imagine that being a tilt. I agree with you, Bowie. It's been a bit weird that after this much DPC, we're still not seeing the top picks being picked first on SG. Like the fact that they're still relying on TA mid, the lack of attention to the meta.
Hero first pick, right? Like you kind of talked about it. Sure, there might be a plan, but I don't see any follow up, like any long duration stun or anything where like ice.
What is this
Path looks
Jakiro
really
doing?
good.
remaining.
Why?
Yeah,
Why is Jakiro here?
And then you
He's
banned the
here to-
Terrorblade, so like
He's
my
here
point
to
of being,
entertain you, Alvaro. He's here to entertain you.
like he's a good hero, all right? Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if that it's like actually first pick material like that. I feel like their first pick heroes are very
maybe
odd.
they just wanted to change things up, They wanted to pick open with a support anyway. The last game they did, was it Bane? Yeah, the first pick was Bane.
It was
right?
Bane. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like their opening. They wanted to pick something. Maybe they felt like we need to pick a support where he can clear creeps out better or deal with illusions, like you guys mentioned earlier. And just Jakiro,
And then you banned
Not-
TP.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
what kind of scared me, Winter, is that you said Bane was farming too much. Do you imagine how much this Jakiro is gonna farm? Like, as Jakiro, you can farm
a
so
good point.
much in the map.
Yeah.
Like, you
But
can
then,
play...
but then you're a Jakiro, at least you can farm faster if you're doing that. You're Bane, you're like, I'm right clicking. Okay, brain snap. I get the range creep.
Right.
True,
So
true.
the problem was the efficiency of farm. Yeah,
Okay,
that's good.
okay.
It was not just efficiency of farm. The
I know, I'm
importance
joking.
Of farm.
I know. I can tell that you weren't just complaining about it.
I can't tell if you're joking or not if I'm not looking at you. If I'm not
That's
next
true.
to you, because I have to look at your face to know if you're actually being sarcastic or not. I can't
Yeah.
tell from here. You're abusing me.
You have last picks, Winter. Gotta give me a good prediction here because your percentage was wrong last game. So, what do you think we're expecting? What is the carry for SG? How do they fix, or how do they make this draft work?
I hope he plays with his arms this game.
So you
No,
are
they-
getting into the memes now too. I see. All right.
I like Void here for SG. I think it's really good versus Weaver. It's pretty decent versus Puck and Morphling. They have a Jakiro. I hope this Jakiro seems useful. So, Void is fine. Can get a Shadow Blade, kill Morphling every time before he uses the E.
Just pick a Doom carry, Doom the Morphing. I
Yeah,
think it's gonna be the same kind of game, where you're playing for the TA. He just needs to. I feel like that's not his ideal role, He's the kind of carry that wants to play 4 protect 1 all the time.
And you're kind of right. Like, you have this TA. Void seems very greedy in that regard, but I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, they go Void, but it's very similar to that other game. Like, will Arms actually play as a 2?
What
Okay.
the heck? The Doom's on the wrong side, man.
It's a very good Doom game, though, as well. It shuts down TA,
Yeah.
shuts down Void. Also,
You are
Pango.
against Rubik, though, so gotta be careful with how you Doom.
Yep.
You do get that better Doom on the other side, but I don't know. I think this Hokori draft looks better than last time, if I gotta be honest. They have a little bit
Agreed.
more stuns. I think Morphling plays faster tempo, does pretty much everything that Terrorblade does. This is gonna be hard. If SG wins this, it's gonna be their merit, because I think this is gonna be an even harder task than it was game
The
1.
numbers, Bowie, say the numbers.
Yeah, what's the percentages, Bowie? I want to hear them.
This is a 39 for SG and 61 for Hokori.
Okay. Winter, I want your numbers now. I want to hear them.
No numbers. We are having an early day off today.
Early day off. Okay, right. So they both.
Do you
believe
have
in
a
it.
number, Avo?
Yes, I have a number. I have a number of casters. You see, because last game when I threw to them, they were very nice to me. So I just would like to say that I like playing a lot of roles. I think it's fun. I have that's where my numbers lie. But sometimes you want people that can do one role. Just one thing. They don't have to do many. Just one thing, and that's why we have Lyrical and Trent.
And sometimes you can wonder if we can even do that one thing.
Roasted.
It's questionable. Got him.
Got him
6
back.
stuff. Yeah, it's going in. We got SG versus Corey, and for once in our lives, Trent, there is no pause.
Dude, don't
In
say
fact,
that. They paused like this far in last time.
That's a fair point, actually.
You
Yeah,
want to make
we
that
could
promise
be
these
doomed.
people? Okay, there's no pause. We're
Yes,
good.
there's no pause. We're good. There's not going to be a pause in this game. In fact, that's how freaking sure of it I am.
Did you say this whole game? Because I'll give you a
The whole
0% chance.
Yeah.
I'll
I
give
think
you.
that-
Oh no, I lost on my toonies last time this happened.
Your toonies. You freaking Canadian weirdo.
The only way I could figure to send you the cash easily was I sent you a battle pass, which just gives you the equivalent levels if you already own a battle pass. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, okay, I do. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that
no
was
problem.
great.
That's
good.
you're welcome for your sweet persona, I'm sure. But you can actually gift up to 5, and it gave me a bonus for doing it. So really, it was
wow.
self-serving in the end. It was great.
That's pretty good. Man, we got a weird old draft this time
Gabe,
around, don't we?
My PayPal is yeah. Please send. Thank you, Valve.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, it's a weird one, right? Like we got ourselves the ogre that gets picked up this time. Morphline's playing, but Doom to me is the one that's super weird. But Vitaly, it feels like they're feeling it's a good game for it though.
I'm just disappointed because he doesn't have the guitar cosmetic, and we were just talking about it.
Oh, you're right. That would have been the dream. They love you.
It is a
They will do it.
nasty Doom game, though. I don't know. Looks pretty hype. The Blink War Stomps, they're looking good here. LTH can win this game, though. This is a Rubik wins the game, right? There's a Weaver, a Doom, and a Puck. Like, let's go. No pressure.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? Is like, is he going to get off to a hot start, though? Because, yeah, there's some pressure that you can put onto Yuma, maybe, on this Morph lane. But you are going to have an Ogre in his face. Gardic is already up here and trying to get a little bit of bully on as Weaver, or rather the Morph lane. He gets salved back up after just 2 spams of abilities. That's a big commitment.
Yeah, especially on a Morphling, but I guess early on, the early points
He's
of
exactly
attribute
where it
shift-
was.
Yeah, that's... Gardic's like, seriously, dude? Like, really? But,
What happened?
I mean, you might as well spend it now, because later he doesn't need it. So you just want to carry him through these earlier levels, and oh man, Gardic, he almost got that.
Nice. There'll be something to watch, definitely. But yeah, and then the other side, the big thing here is the first pick Jakiro. That is what they decided to go for. And I already try and just throw out a ton of dual breaths. Panel was a little bit dubious on it. The pick is definitely worse without a Terrorblade in the game. Yuma gets gone on again. But do you think it's an okay game for Jakiro?
Well, I was checking. It's the 5th time in this DPC that someone has taken Jakiro in the first phase. I would not say that's very surprising that it's only the first time, or only the 5th time. And of course, that's counting for like first, fourth, second, third pick, either of those slots. So like first overall, I don't know. Like I get it, where sometimes depending on the amount of heroes left in the pool, it can seem beneficial to take an OP support that you view like Bane or something, wait to see what they have, and then counterpick. I don't know if Jakiro is really the one who I put in that category of like, let me just crack out the old Rolodex of broken supports here.
Right.
Yes, there he is.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it would have been really good in the other game that they had, game number 1. But, I mean, we'll see how he ends up doing with it. So far, he's doing a good job of controlling the lane. We did see El Misho as Yuma's down very low up top. But they were able to rotate in with the Weaver and steal the water rune. So KXY didn't manage to get that second bottle refill. A little bit frustrating, I'm sure.
He also did a half pull down bottom there from Widge, so he let 2 creeps in. Unfortunately, it was the range creep. I don't know if he meant it on purpose, but yeah, he grabbed the front 2 creeps and let 2 go through, which is going to create a really good situation here as this next wave comes through. But El Misho's camp is unblocked. He can't get a connection there in time, but he'll just get the stack off for the next one instead.
Okay. Easy peasy. Ali taking a lot of damage here. Does have some pretty good
There's
armor.
a lot of
but
dire creeps. Why are they fighting this?
Arms. Oh my god. Yeah, he's very low. Actually gonna have to eat this bug off of himself.
So much free damage.
And then the salve back up afterwards. But yeah, the creep wave coming in. This is still very good, as you mentioned, for arms. As he's gonna start skyrocketing up to the top of the last hit board. None of these small camps have been blocked out, so still has the opening. But likewise, also, we're going to see if LTH can get some good stacks off onto these ancients. He's already heading over.
That's the real question, right? Will we see it again?
Always so valued. Risho. Trading hits there with Widge. And tries to get a stack off, but won't happen for the Jakiro. Did manage to get it on the Rubik. Yeah, and it comes on over and also...
Yeah. He's going to hold it. He got the stack, and he's looking to see if he can... All right, he's just going to take it. He's like, I don't have time for this. I'm going back.
And what's interesting is, like, we've been watching Hiko up here, who actually is going to get gone on a little bit by Hokori. But the fact that LTH could run mid and steal that water rune while Hiko could just sit there in top lane is awesome.
And after double stacking, too. He was gone for quite a while there on the Rubik.
Well, meanwhile, on these other lanes, they are going to try and run over again with LTH to stack, actually. And Gardic is coming over, realizes that this is going on.
I would hope this is not successful.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get the stack, and also can't steal the bounty rune, but does actually take a lot of hit from those ancients. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, he grabbed him and tossed him in. It was a pretty cute play. Unfortunately, he also tanked a ton himself, so wasn't that amazing. Back down bottom, though, as our observer was trying to point out that things were happening there. Vitaly was getting really low.
Yeah.
But they're looking for the turn back. This is Guts making the rotation, trying to punish people getting aggressive on his cores as Puck. And I feel like I've been waiting for that for the last, 6 Puck games I've been watching. Good rotation there from Guts. Didn't even have to burn the coil.
On the top side, they take down Gardic as well. So a nice little combination of abilities there as both... it was just the Guts rotation that found the kill. TA was still able to stay mid. But LTH is probably going to stick around this area and go for another round of stacks here.
Widge's death will be a pleasant surprise for KXY. Fill up the bottle there, and they're going to cover both runes as well. But Guts will get there first, and he wins the coin toss.
Ooh, DD. Back towards mid, trying to get some stuff done here. Gardic down low, and... Ooh, I mean, this is still the DD Weaver. This is going to be a lot. They're all caught. And in a little bit of trouble. Does have refraction back up in a second. It gets it in time before they come out and have the damage for him. He barely live. Dude, are you really sticking around right now? XY is nuts.
Oh, okay. Nice one, Guts. That was pretty sick.
Yeah. Deals the bounty. Walks in, though. Oh, no. Guts. Not like this. Gets stunned. Oh, and then the raise down. Which gonna get the kill. Dude, it could have that like almost could have been a triple kill. How well it was going, and then they get nothing. But in the meantime, Pengo did die.
Yeah, at least Yuma's making moves up there with the morph kill, transforming into the Pango and give him a taste of his own medicine.
He's currently top net worth in the game on that morph lane, with TA just slightly behind. Keeping in mind that TA does have a nice little bounty to be collected over in that ancient area, and actually getting ancients double blocked off, so there won't be any more stacking for a bit.
Plus, we got Doom doing Doom things as well.
Okay.
Oh, he did the sneaky block.
Yeah.
He actually did it. No one does the sneaky block. Oh, well, I'm flabbergasted. Everything I asked for. I'm just being received today. All right, so can we watch KXY on the TA to show the sneaky block? All right, so you cut this tree back here, and you can place a sentry there. Kind of busted. There's no way to see it if you don't put an observer on the high ground, unless you like actually put a sentry in there yourself, or have a way to break the trees. It can stay for a very long time.
Yeah.
Especially because they double sentryed, which is kind of hilarious. So they're gonna sentry, see that one, kill it, and then they're gonna come back and be like, "Why is this still blocked?"
I mean,
This
just
is
think
next
about
level.
Yeah, it's really good. But imagine how much better it would have been if there wasn't already a triple stack on all of these camps.
Well, yeah, but they're just gonna try it again.
You want to appreciate some greatness. I get it. I'm with you.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, very cool. Ori pulling out all the stops with the blocks.
Why is Gardic running back in here?
You know, he just wants to admire his work.
He's just standing by the. He's just gonna stand till the spawn.
I guess, yeah. I'm not sure. Surely something
He's
better
like
could be
trying to
done.
chase that courier. He has no boots. He's so slow.
TA? Ooh, almost got one. Yuma switches back over afterwards. A lot of damage out. Oh, but the Chrono afterwards arms tries to save his team. Has to hide away, roll back and forth. Yo, are they all gonna live? Really? KXY surviving through. Doesn't have another refraction. Eventually they get the kill there. But in the end, it ends up being a 2-for-1 because I think Guts gets out. Surely he gets out of there. Man, they live forever though.
I definitely thought Arms was gonna feed. That was sick. Nice chrono. Good save to help get at least a couple kills and not make that a total disaster for your team.
What an Arms.
Oh, here we go. LTH is gonna come up this hill. He's like, I'm gonna make it there in time to stack the ancients. 46, 47, 48. He's getting ready for the double stack.
Yeah.
He hasn't looked in the camp yet. Oh no.
Oh no, he
didn't.
has.
Damn it.
Yeah,
All
they're
excited.
Dire are scanning.
going for the easy one.
Radiant's middle
Checking the
tower
rune as
is
well,
under
but it's
attack.
down and already bottled by Guts. Arcane done as Doom will
The
die.
temple cannot protect itself.
Right, all right.
Why I'm here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Not bad at all. Just able
First
to combo
step of the
together
game.
there to get the kill. Go. Backs away from Gardic up there. They do have Rolling Thunder if things get dicey. But at least for now, it's mainly just the TA that's top of the net worth. But Hokori definitely having a good time with all of their cores. And, well, Coil used up top.
Radiant's bottom tower
Okay.
Gardic ends up dropping to it. Does he go out?
is
Oh my god, he's gonna escape. Dude, how?
What just happened?
I don't know.
Why did he go that way? Oh, here we go. Here we go. El Micho's looking for it.
Yeah, he's ready. Round 2 of this one. He says, come for me. He's around this ward.
You actually saw him. He might catch him here. All right, he's going to kill his
No.
courier. Fair enough.
killed.
Yeah, and that should signal. He knows now. He's got to be careful. Back towards mid. They have Chrono in 30. Did he go for this? Oh my god. El Misha's still hanging out here. Hello! Oh, got the shield crash. Wait, they're hunting.
Oh.
He's trying to go on him. They're bringing in LTH. Lift up. Ooh, just barely off the mark.
Man.
There it is. Fade Bolt chased
Steal
out.
it,
One
steal
more
it.
punch is all that they need. Can they get him? Yes. Yeah, now they're going to get the D ward.
I guess
Question is, will they deward Ancients?
Yeah, he'd actually rather have Max. I mean, I'm so used to wanting Shikuchi so bad, but it's level 4 on the Illusory Orb, and that Weaver's only level 4, so good call. Don't want level 2 Shikuchi.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Wow, look at this
Woke up.
smoke, too. Very aggressive considering, like, no mana on TA. She even attacks. They just want to use this Chrono with the Mask of Madness and guarantee a kill. I mean, that's the freest kill ever in this Weaver. Not really who they want, though.
No. If
So
they could
sneaky.
get Guts, that would be very nice. They show KXY. Guts is there, ready to go.
Oh!
Thinking about it. He's thinking.
I
Poor
don't know.
Arms. Poor Arms.
He would need a lot of bashes because I don't think he's getting much help. If he dove for that, like he'd probably get the orb. I don't even know if he'd get a Fade Bolt.
Yeah. Well, 12 minutes. Pally finishes off Hand of Midas, going straight in for that BKB. They did ping that the Ancients were blocked again, so we'll see if that ends up getting dewarded here in a sec or not. Back behind. Big TP rotation coming in.
All right, we're going for the defense here. Gardic with the
Chrono.
big scout.
Arms is there. Chrono's one. It's on. Oh, the morph. He's going down. He's dead. Big plays. They go for the bigger kill instead of Gardic.
Yeah, perfect. Just ignore that ogre. Ogre is trying to do ogre things. Don't let him. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of damage on El Misho. Swashbuckle in a little bit after the blink.
And bang, 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 bang. Dude, it's 13 minutes and he's not level 6.
He's 0-3 and 2. He's having a
Poor
bad
Misho.
time.
Dire's bottom tower
Coil
is
used.
under attack.
Guts doesn't have a ton of mana. Jump in. Orb after. Wants to get something. Lift. Looking for a bash. The roll away. Guts.
Oh, who's
aced it.
faster? He's speeding.
Oh, Guts is definitely faster. Bring around the Rosie.
Oh, the taunter.
Swashbuckle. Chase. Fade Bolt. Done.
Dire's middle
Got
tower
him.
is under attack.
All right. SG is up 11-3, but Hokori is only down less than 1,000 gold.
Ooh, I know this one. They have a Doom.
There it is.
He has a big gold lead compared to his opponent in the Pangolier.
Yeah.
Or he is a hero that gets gold game.
Radiant's
I am
bottom
William
tower
Shatner.
has fallen.
Which?
Um,
Not William Shatner, decidedly. And is
No.
going to die. Ooh, Force Stomp. And they take down Jakiro. They take down the Ogre. Both going.
oh, wow. KXY gonna have to pig pole way into that one.
Arms up top. It's gone on by
Dire's
Guts.
top tower is under
And
attack.
does not have Time Walk available. That is a ton of damage onto him. He has to back away.
All right. 1 minute.
Our scan
Chrono will be back up. They're going to smoke. They're going to look for a Chrono onto Puck, go for the kill, and then go for the Roche take. That is the current plan of SG.
Okay. Does it have to be the puck?
No, but please.
Okay. Well, it
It's-
looks like
It kind of does. I changed my mind. It kind of does. Okay, they're just going to do this without?
Yeah, they just got Deso done. It's coming out right now.
Yeah, I thought they'd wait for Chrono, honestly, but they were right. They are going to get away with this completely.
Bugs.
They even have a lot of vision in this area, but
Elmisha spots them. There's
they have no
blink
blinks,
dagger.
right?
Yeah.
They didn't buy any. The Doom's going for the BKB first, so good spot by them. They don't actually have a good way to get in there.
Gonna go on to Arms here. He Mask of Madness is. Coil is down. Has to be careful. LTH nearby, though. Gets the lift onto Puck. And, oh, the get him. Chrono was there, but the silence was out. Guts, what a player. Roll through, though. Back and forth he goes. Pain Train, punch
No.
down.
No, he's
Dead.
Dude, if he had blinked.
Yeah, that would have been nuts. Misha? Hide. They can't see him. Oh,
he's
in
doing
that
the
hidey
rock.
spice.
I hate this.
Dude, that's so broken. All right, no, he spotted him. Back in. Yes. Oh, El Misho. What a god. Oh, it's the greatest
No,
hiding
he knows, he
space
knows.
ever.
Oh, I know.
Dude, he
Paku
doesn't know.
baked. All right, so yeah, if you guys don't know, there's a spot that's called the rock spot.
Go
And
check it out.
They can't see you unless they're like directly next to you. Even if they have a line of vision, they can't see you. It's really stupid.
Dire's top tower has
The rock.
But it's been in the game for like a year and a half or 2 years or something. So Valve, no.
Oh, Elmi show.
That offset your
40
combo.
HP. No, nice path. They bring him down.
The Weavers today are just out of control.
They really are.
Every game.
Oh.
You know, it kind of reminds me of, it's like a similar feature to when we had really weird pulls. Like pulls that were at strange spots in the lane, like pulling mid and stuff. And then that became like this meta of the supports. You saw it in every game, and you just knew it was wrong.
Yeah,
Kinda
it kept
feel about
happening.
this. Good Aegis take.
Yeah, very well done. Very quick after he got it. Doom is down, but Doom with
You'll
Midas,
take
doesn't
that,
care.
yeah. Doom for 8. I mean, that's the trade you usually get, and then they fight you after. So instead, you do it, and then you get out. Look at LB show. Look at him stutter stepping around.
This guy is a god. Elmi show. What a player.
I feel like the Weaver players have been by far having the most fun in the matches today.
Yeah. Oh, arms? Very alone. Very dead? Maybe? Whoa! Ooh. Alright, never mind. Arms is fine. Never in doubt.
They just had to test it out a little bit. Just be like, how much damage can we do?
Arctic. Managed to get that TP out before they went in with the ice path. And Yuma still farming up. He's been basically left alone, I feel like, this game. We haven't really talked about him that much.
No, just been chilling. Get Chrono obviously down bottom for that one death of the tier 1, but since then, mostly chilling, farming up towards a Scotty. Basically just playing the same as last game, but doing more things instead of Terrorblade.
Has that Bloodlust ready. Time-lapse out with the Weaver. Lots of heroes in this area. Oh, and Yuma... Oh, this is scary. He wants to finish off these Ancients real badly. That's pretty much his Scotty if he can complete it. That along with the hard camp, but does look like jump in comes from Eco. Arms there afterwards. Chrono still ready.
He's still hitting Ancients.
Dude, he is insane. Well, SG, make a solid move. Come on in, contest. Don't even use the Chrono. Not need it.
Hokori are just in no rush, right? Like, the later this game goes, the tools of SG, to me, just look a little bit weak, you know?
Okay.
Like, Chrono, eventually there'll be a Weaver save. The Doom's going to scale better than the Pango because he's Doom. He's getting gold. Morphling, big carry. Templar Assassin, not quite as big and scary. So, I'm happy to continue moving things forward. I think the idea of just, like, chilling a little bit with Yuma and focusing really hard on the farm right now is totally fine. They're going to try and defend this too.
Doom out already. The roll comes afterwards. Stolen Doom! Oh, big play. They caught the Morphling. Although he got the strength form off, so it looks like he's going to be okay for the moment. Chrono afterwards. A lot of control. Hoof stomp and dead. So the Morph not dying to Doom. And on the other side, he goes silence for a cool minute. LTH hoping to get something done there, but doesn't quite look like it's going to end up happening. Waveform through. Couple more punches and dead. Yuma is stylish.
Multicast MVP there with the Fire Blast to chain stun down the Faceless Void. Guarantee the kill.
Oh, yeah.
Real good. Perfect way to defend, too. Like, they let so many things go. They let them come into their triangle and everything. But the second they went for that tier 2 and they put themselves in a compromising position, that's when they go in to make the play. And even some vision thrown down in that fight there by Widge. So they're going to lose a ward, too. Not really in a very useful spot. God, they have that whole... They wanted a good fight so bad. Look how many wards they dropped up here. This is crazy.
Yeah.
3 wards.
Well, and, I mean, if it wins you the fight, whatever, right? Like, this has suddenly ballooned out to a 5k gold lead.
No, but it didn't win them the fight, you see.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
Or they are
I thought you were talking
wards.
about Dire.
They're
Oh,
the
my bad.
green ones.
That's how that goes? Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
New
See,
features.
I just see the green by Vitali, right?
Yeah.
Green
I got
colored.
you. Yeah.
Arctic is pink. He died. Or the pink wards. I guess
We're
that's
working
the
on
TA
those.
traps.
That really is. Yeah, they are also pretty much everywhere at this point.
Damn.
All right, well, they take their lickings at the tier 2, but they pick up a few scraps along the way. And, Widge might be a scrap for the Radiant here. Oh, okay, wow. He really did not want to get Yule's comboed. Just goes to the time lapse.
Get out. No fuss, no muss. Get him away.
All right.
After queuing up
got
the
Sty here.
Huh?
Radiant's bottom tower has
Arctic. Careful.
Dire's middle tower.
Has some
All right, does
potential
KXY die
damage
here?
out. Yeah, he's a dead guy.
He's real dead.
And LTH
Jump,
also.
LTH,
oh,
no!
the silence can't get the jaunt off. All right, Hokori are styling. This is a huge victory for them if they can take down SG. This would be huge.
I heard Winter say that we're gonna have an early night.
Yeah,
I think he might be right.
he's not wrong.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. Stomp. Give him the doom. Yeah.
Gets on in, arms so close to a Lincoln Sphere, a couple hundred gold away, but it wasn't meant to be.
They even tipped.
Corey, keep piling on the damage here.
Wow. Oh, Corey, 2 games in a row. They have flipped the script on SG. Things looking so good. Hitting all their timings and your marks you'd expect with the TA lineup. Oh, we got the Roche. Oh, things look fine. They couldn't even contest us. They have no blink daggers. And you go one step too far. Much like last game. That's exactly what happened. They went one step too far. They
even
took the
spoke
play
my
that was
voice.
just a little bit too dangerous.
What do you think about this Ogre Shard?
It's the reason why this hero is pickable.
Okay.
For sure. I think you pay for it all the time. I think it should just be your first item. You can go Aether first if you want to grab that first, whatever, but then you get this.
I will say I think it's really cool, particularly against the TA. With like that burst of damage. It's super nice.
Yeah, and breaking refractions, right? Like if you're not damaging her, you're still just helping.
DD jumps in. Be careful, they've already used the
Is under attack.
roll, so nothing doing for SG there. That's not the way they wanted that to go, I don't think. And now round 2 of this might not look so pretty. Gotta be careful there for KXY. Spots him. Thinks about going. Jumps in. Gets stunned. I don't... Oh, somebody zigged when they should have zagged because that was not great.
I wonder if he tried to double tap.
Oh my god. Coil onto 2. They are falling apart. SG! Don't go out like this.
Double tap
chase
blink,
down
double tap the
comes.
GG key. I don't know.
Oh no. Jump forward, find another pickoff. It is all falling apart. Poor SG and Hokori. Hokori, they came to play today.
Radiant's top tower.
Really impressive showing.
I don't know what happened when he blinked in there. It must have been a misclick.
Well, he immediately jumped to try and blow him up, so it felt like maybe he had a different read on it than his team.
Fortified.
I guess maybe he felt like they could have been a little bit closer, like his allies or something, and he'd get backed up
Yeah.
and saved, but that was brutal.
Did not happen.
No. And then Void just got soloed by Puck, I think.
Radiant's top tower
Almost
is
entirely.
under attack.
So that's a problem.
He's been so close to this Lincoln Sphere for a while.
And he's going to have the Ags done soon, too. So TA's BKB. I actually think he's going to have Puck Ags before TA has BKB.
Yeah.
Particularly if they get this Roche, who is holding a shard here. Any fun shards we could use? I like the Waning Rift one. That one's always good.
Scanning.
Dude, Pango got his Lincolns before Faceless Void did. The hell?
Well, you know. Arms.
No, I don't.
Radiant's middle
Yuma?
tower is under attack.
Jump. Silence. Coil. Doom. TA. TA's dead. TA's mega dead. Stolen hoof stomp. Not going to be good enough. Arms. Eventually goes for it. Dies in his chrono. Yuma. No mercy. LTH tries to get out. Not going to happen. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, he's dropping items on him. Elmisho. Oh.
Middle tower is under attack.
He goes. Just left
Now,
there.
he actually just placed down that ward. If you click it, is actually tagged Hokori Elmisho.
Really?
He gave him a sentry to place down on top of their own observer.
Middle tower is under attack.
What?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
No.
So click
Yeah,
on the
you guys
sentry
need
ward.
some help, man. We got wards everywhere.
Dire
Click on the sentry ward and then.
Radiant's middle
Yeah.
tower. Dire's
Oh
bottom
no.
tower has fallen.
Yo.
Wait, that's possible? You can give the other team sentries?
Yeah, you just drop them. They're consumables.
All right. Well, Eco trying to escape, not going to happen. I've never seen that before.
It's some pretty next level BM. I mean, at least they couldn't use the mantles. I mean, this is better.
Well, they lose Yuma here. Maybe gone a bit too far. But we'll waveform out afterwards.
Dude, you gave them sentries. You better hope they GG soon, because that,
Yeah.
Radiant's top
Can you
tower
imagine?
It's a lot.
is under attack.
Well,
Radiant's
anything
top
is
tower
possible,
fallen.
as Kevin Garnett let us know.
It's true.
Jump in coil, didn't stand a chance. KXY doesn't have a game. DH, neither. That is a full set of racks down. It was BKB used, but I don't think it matters all that much. They don't have chrono for another 44 seconds.
Jeez,
Game
I
is
thought we
done.
might have to wait a while for this game to look good for Hokori. I mean, I believed in the eventual plan, but this was a sharp twist. This was a big old quick U-turn.
Radiant's middle tower
Mm.
is fallen.
Buyback from the Rubik. They're ready to go. The time is nigh. Nigh, Trent. Can
Nigh.
they do it, though? Nigh. Roll through. Wants to get him. Stolen fire shield. That's pretty good. Eco. Got it back now. Yeah.
That's the spell.
That's
The
the
fire shield.
Throw it on him. Look at the fire shield.
They're burning.
They're getting him. Oh, good fire shield. Just like that. A second
There it
lane
is.
of racks goes down. They're trying desperately to hold off the aggression. Tally has Doom back up again. Chrono every damn person. Why don't
Wait,
you?
wait, wait, the
But
Weaver
can
save.
you kill him? The Weaver save comes in at the end. But Tally now turns, ready to go
Oh,
with the
no.
Doom. Going to drop now onto the TA. Muted and dead. The Faceless Void is gone. They're all gone. GG. Well played is called. Hokori come in. Easy game on this 2-0. Very well done.
Smacked and clapped here as they celebrate with great enthusiasm.
Take a look there.
Oh, that was
All
Yuma
of
at
them.
first.
And this Guts. Gardic.
Gardic.
His forehead.
Yeah,
Beautiful
too
forehead.
focused.
Top of his head. That's how it ends up going. But an impressive showing. Hokori take the victory, and a very important one for them. Again, you think about the situation that they were looking at. There's a lot of battles for like who it is that's going to be the bottom of the getting regulated here, and Corey were one of those teams that was 1-3, looking better after this one.
Pulling themselves out, and of course, even better, they're defeating one of the other teams who are down at the bottom. So unfortunately, SG,
Yeah.
they only have 2 teams left to play. Now, one of them is No Ping, who's also at the bottom. So that is a
Okay.
potential battle for survival, depending on how Hokori finishes out. And then their other opponent is Beast Coast. So
That one might be.
time for SG to really fix everything. Just like right now would be good.
Well, they're going to need to go back to the drawing board for sure. But for now, at least, we're going to head on back to the panel and let them break down the action as we will end the series here. Corey taking SG 2-0.
Well, what a dominating
You're muted, Alvo.
Sorry. What a dominating performance by Hokori this second match. Honestly, what did you think were the pitfalls in the draft there for SG? What did you see going wrong there, Bowie?
I feel like it was pretty similar to game one, honestly. Like they kind of had once again a really good game. Like we saw, another rotation from Arms at the beginning of the game where they got a good chrono, they got good kills. Honestly, the pitfall was pushing that tier 2 bottom with no ages when Doom has Blink BKB. Like there's literally no response. Like unless they chrono the Doom before the Doom gets gets used, it doesn't matter. They stole Doom in that fight, and even still, they couldn't actually take it because KXY is the carry and he's hitting the tower and he has no ages. So I don't know. It feels like they just got kind of bummed out that they lost the ages early on with that Doom play, and they forced a little bit too much once again.
Yeah, I agree. The draft, the way they picked the pick order and everything, and it was also the same thing as the previous game. They were first pick, so I guess one team chose the same thing over again. So it was basically like the same game as the previous game.
Yeah.
Same kind of game. One team is just trying. You have to end the game quickly. The other, Hokori again getting the last pick. And I like overall how they prioritize having the last pick for the offlaner. And they gave him a good matchup both times, and he was able to be really rich in a game and dictate the play around the map. I mean, this game his hero is actually much. I feel like you can do a lot more in a game with a Doom than the Razor in the last game.
I mean, both games they played against a 4-1 lineup to a degree, even though it was kind of a TA really playing that, because they didn't really dual core, and they both had an offlaner that would cancel that, right? With Razor stealing the TA's damage, and in this case, Doom just canceled it. Honestly, I mean, here we see how weak poor Arms was the whole game. I don't think he really could be considered a carry this game. He was honestly an offlaner.
Yeah.
His hero is getting like countered hard by the puck, and I feel like also he is kind of like trying to replicate what he did in the last game when he's rotating mid. I think he spent a lot of time going mid. He was trying to smoke and use the chrono, but I felt like he was pretty uncomfortable with how things are going. And again, I stand by my opinion that I feel like he's much more of like the win condition player. You know, he doesn't like to play for the other guy, or he doesn't play so well in that kind of position.
Yeah, it really felt like I like that they had this Void Jakiro combo, but at the same time, if you know you're picking TA 2 times in a row, it really feels weird that they get this. You know, Raking doesn't have to be a greedy carry, but I feel like he played pretty greedy in that game. And here he was rushing Lincoln, so you don't even have damage inside the chrono, and he didn't even finish the Lincolns. So it felt really weird. Even still, I felt like they could win if they didn't force the tier 2 tower bottom. But yeah, it feels like SG, they always get kind of desperate, and some of the players believe in the play, some of the players don't, and it goes sideways, and they just like it quickly gets out of control.
So if you were gonna give SG one little tip here after these games, what would you concentrate on, Bowie, to improve on for the next match?
They have to be in the same, like they need a concrete plan, and everyone needs to believe in it. It doesn't feel like that's the case. Like, you have KXY wanting to play TA, then you get a Void, and even when they go for plays together, it really feels like they're not in the same page, or they just don't believe in it. Especially in game 1, with like Arms always kind of running away from the fights, even though he has reincarnation, and in this game, like forcing that fight that obviously, I mean, very rarely would work. I think that was a high risk, very low reward.
Overcompensate sometimes, I feel. Maybe it has something to do with the previous game as well. He felt like he needed to do better in the team fights. Sometimes it happens to players, you had a rough one game, and then the next game you try to, I need to, get my shit together, otherwise my team is just going to lose, and then he tries to do too much. I mean, it happens. I feel like this team, they actually have a lot of potential. In the first game, the first 15 minutes, it definitely doesn't look like a team that's in the bottom of the DPC standings. They were playing in the first 15 minutes. They were so methodical, and they were doing all the right moves. And this game, it felt like I could see again, like the Arms and the TA. He doesn't really understand how he has to play for the other guy. He's trying really hard to help the other guy, but it doesn't fit his play style. And usually when it comes down to this kind of issues, when it's a chemistry problem and play style problem, usually the easiest fix is a roster change. It's sometimes very hard to change how it's very hard to change how a person wants to play the game. It's easier to just change the roster than to force somebody to play in a very uncomfortable way.
Yeah, it's not something you fix in like 5 days, right? You really need like months of practice.
Let's see if it comes to that. Let's not talk about the roster changes just yet. As the end of the season, we like to talk about the winners and celebrate them, which is why we have an interview with Yuma, the carry here for Hokori, who's going to be talking about the matches.
Hey
Yuma.
how are you?
Oh, okay. You don't mind if we do the interview in English, yeah?
Yeah, I don't really mind. It's fine.
Okay. Hey Yuma, how's it going, man? How do you feel after that game?
It feels pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to have another 2-0, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Hokori season started a bit rough, but then you've actually managed to recover in the past 2 games. And like you even beat a strong opponent like Infamous, right? It's not like just bottom of the table. So do you feel like there was a turn in your team, or do you feel like it was the first opponents were just a bad matchup for you?
I think we just changed the way we saw the game a bit. Like we found our playstyle, I would say, and we just applied it in the last 2 matches. Yeah, like 2 series.
Right. Was that like what did you do as a team to try to achieve that? Do you hold like meetings to try to improve, or do you talk with your coach? What's the process like?
Yeah, we spoke a lot with our coach, and then we tried to find like what was happening in the game that was making it so difficult, I would say, and then we just found the heroes and the way we should play, and we just applied it. Yeah, but we had a lot of meetings, I would say, yeah, if you can call it that.
How do you feel? Because Hokori was already at least the core of the team was assembled, right? You're one of the last people to come into the team. How did you fit into the atmosphere of the team?
I mean, outside of Dota, it's great.
Right.
Inside of Dota, like it's great as well, but at the start it was a bit like like you would say, it was a bit hard, I guess, but because it's a different playstyle, I would say. Like SA playstyle is completely different compared to Europe. Yeah.
No.
But it's great
How
so
did you
far.
adjust to that change in the beginning?
In the beginning, I mean,
Did
well,
you play a lot
we
of
tried
pubs?
stuff. Yeah, I played a lot of pubs, and then I just started seeing like the way I would say the top 2 teams were winning, like the top teams that are right now in the SADPC, and then I just tried to like not copy them entirely, but just try and play a bit more towards in that way, you know. Yeah, I would say that.
Right. Because you're the carry player. SA is particularly known for having these greedy farming carry players, right? Would you agree with that statement? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, totally.
Did you have to adjust to that playstyle? Did you have to become a greedier person when you went to Hokori?
Yeah, totally. I would say for sure. Yeah. Yeah. SA is very, very like every carry is greedy. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about your process when you first came to Hokori. How were you scouted into Hokori to begin with?
Well, it goes back like I think the last BTS or the previous one. I played with Jeans, and then I mean I don't think people knew that I spoke Spanish. So that's the first, and then yeah, like we played on a team, we did quite well, and then they were looking for a carry here, and I think they just thought like let's change it a bit and find someone from outside, I would say. Yeah, and then they asked me, and it was pretty cool because I'd never been in a boot camp or anything, so it's a nice experience, and also know a new country. Yeah, it's pretty good.
And you moved there, right? Like you completely.
Yeah, I moved. Yeah, I moved.
What were you living previously?
Germany.
You were in Germany. That must be a huge change for you then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's different country for sure. Yeah.
What's your favorite part of Peru? What have you liked the most?
We went to a bit to the south of Peru, like the desert, and there's like very nice, like there's a beach there. There's it was amazing. Like we did that on the break that we had. And that's probably the favorite part. Also, the food is amazing. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That was the right answer, man. Yeah, that's what you gotta tell people so they're on
Yeah,
your
I gotta
side
say
now.
that.
So in the break, then, did you hang out with the team? Is that what you guys did? Like, did you just spend time together?
I went with Vitaly to his hometown because everyone went to their like everyone went home, and for me not to stay here alone, yeah, like I just went there with him. That was pretty cool. Yeah,
that's really nice. That must forge a good bond with the players, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it did help a lot.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Yuma. It was a pleasure talking to you, and congratulations on your victory, man.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye. Have a good night. What a nice dude. So you see the manners he exudes, right? This is something that you would not see from SA pros, but it's as he's born and raised in Germany is exactly what I expect from someone. No, but Yuma, super humble dude. Really fitting into the team, and it's hard not to root for Hokori with the personality. It's like if you guys have ever seen interviews with Mr. Jeans, for example, he's also like this. Same with El Misho. They're confident in what they do, but they just come off as like really humble. The new generation of Dota players, right? So it's always nice to talk to them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, going from Germany to Peru has to be such a huge change in environment, but I'm glad he's enjoying it. I think having a lot of people around you to do that is probably the best way. So because like they live there, they can show you around. It's probably feeling very welcomed. And I mean, amazingly done from Hokori. 2-0 again. They're looking pretty hot. They're gonna fight Infamous now for that middle of the pack.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Oh. Look at this wonderful graphic. Yeah, Hokori, as you guys can see, are tied with Lava in terms of score. They're above Noping and SG, which are currently in the elimination spots. So they're fighting against Lava, not quite Infamous, who have a slightly better score than them. That said, they did 2-0 Infamous before, so they're actually not in the worst of positions. I'm checking now. They still need to play against against Apu King of Kings, against Lava. So yeah, they're in a pretty good position to manage to beat both, honestly. If they beat both, they actually could get like some top 3.
And yeah, that's the thing.
And they're
if they beat those
safe
teams
from elimination,
they're gonna go over them, right? So they could definitely finish top 3, top 4, depending on what happens.
Yep. The big one is Hokori Lava, right? That's the big one because they're the ones competing for the spot. I think King of Kings is a little bit above them this season because they got really good results, particularly against Lava. But if Hokori beat Lava, they're in a really good position.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What's the tie break? Is it like just head to head?
No, I believe they're best of ones.
Yeah, I think they're all best of ones. I'm just not sure whether
no, if it's a two-way tie, it's
like...
best of 3. If it's a 3-way tie, best of ones. Yeah.
Okay.
So if only 2 teams tie, it's best of 3. But if 3 teams tie, it's best of ones between them until someone breaks the tie.
And does it matter if you beat the team that you tie with? That are you already do you play tiebreakers or you play anyway?
Yes. So there's no head-to-head matchups. Yeah. At least for the deciding positions. I think for
if
third,
top
fourth,
2,
it's then it's head-to-head.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Yeah. All right. Well, closing thoughts, guys. You guys talked a lot about SG, what to improve on them, right? But now let's end with a nice thought, right? Bowie, tell you what you like the most about Hokori this match. Or this series.
I really like the way they're patient. I think that is definitely something SG. I mean, I'm already turning to Flame SG. Sorry, no, I'm serious. Like Hokori played very patient both games. Obviously, they were playing Dire. They had the late game, so they can be patient. But a lot of times, you feel these teams like kind of feeling rushed to the pressure, and it definitely felt like they were chilling. They knew their timings. They didn't really. When it mattered, they didn't rush, and it just worked out. I actually heard a very good player he told me once that patience is the best friend of a Dota player, and I definitely believe in that. I think they felt very chill, and that played to their advantage.
May I ask who said that to you?
Oh, it was actually Ryer. He is a Division 2 SA player. Big friend of mine. He plays for Interitus. Yeah.
Nice.
Wise words.
Wise words. Winter, I want more wisdom from you. Give me the thing that you liked about Hokori best this series.
Oh, the strategy. I think even though we didn't really like the draft in particular, first game, but overall they understood their own strategy. They always leave the off lane for last. And I think I talked about this before briefly when I was on panel with you, where I feel like looking at how the games are being played, and because it's so fast paced, and I prefer that the carry players are playing more for their team, where you don't just go into a mindset where you just want to get rich on your own. Instead, you want to get rich and make your teammates rich as well, and giving the last pick to the offlaner so he can get a good matchup so that he can run around and do stuff on the game. I feel like it's a very good mindset to have nowadays in this meta, and it helps the team play in a meta where it's so fast paced. Your offlaner having a decisive advantage early on allows the whole game to be a lot easier.
Winter, I want to ask you, my sorry about this, one extra closing thought, but since you were the king of drafts before, whenever I watched Hokori, I always thought, yeah, they have weird picks, and sometimes I don't agree with the picks, but their draft theory is very good. Like their order in which they pick things, understanding. Would you agree with that? Do you think they're a strong team in that regard?
Yeah, they have their own way of looking at their drafts, and sometimes not everybody likes them, but as long as it works for them and every game is consistent, they're doing the same thing every game with different heroes, but the order shows a lot about, like, picking the same order shows a lot about the team. You don't just go lose one game like, okay, we need to change so much. They believe that this is right for them, and they are keen on working it to make all the small little ironing out all the small little details, because a lot of times it's just easy to blame the draft, oh, the draft was the issue, instead of that going through the replay, everyone just sit down together and look, this is not what we should be doing, blah blah blah, we shouldn't be buying this item at this time, we should be buying this so we could fight. These are a lot of things that some players, they don't really want to do. It's because it's very exhausting sometimes, and looking at the replay and looking at what you're doing, which is wrong. Not every player likes that, and I feel like having this as a team, which is going to have a bright future for you going forward. You're going to be able to fix a lot of issues and improve a lot more. Their ceiling, I'm not sure how far they can go, but I feel like they're in the right direction.
Okay. What a nice comment to end this on. Thank you, guys. No, that was good, Winter. That was not sarcastic. That was a very nice comment. Thank you for your positivity.
I mean,
thank you, Bowie, as well. Go ahead, Bowie.
Yeah,
You want
it's just
another
like the
positive
flower
comment?
said, right? Everything can work as long as you win. So if you're winning, it's it's avant-garde, it's experimental, it's new. If you lose, it's like, that's such a bad draft. So as long as they feel like that's for them and they win, just keep doing it.
There you go. And with this last bit of positivity, we're going to end today's broadcast. We hope you guys enjoyed both the matches previously and the match now. If you guys want to watch more Div 1 action, unfortunately, we're going to be off for a couple of days, but Div 2 is still going on tomorrow. So if you want to check that match out, we do recommend it. I'm actually going to check right now what it is, because I don't know off the top of my head, and I'm just making
13,
time right
right
now. It's Infinity versus Team Wolf. So if you guys are interested in watching that matchup, I do recommend it. Team Wolf, they're a team that I thought would do better, if I'm honest with you. But they're a team to watch regardless. They're always a fun team to watch. And if anything, it's like watching a house fire right now. So that's always fun. That's always exciting and entertaining. If you're jonesing for some more Div 1 coverage, do not worry. We got you covered just a bit later into the week. We start back again on the 14th of January. We'll be here at 7... I was saying 7 a.m. SEA time. That means nothing to you. At 3 p.m. Peru... Sorry. 6 p.m. Peru time, 3 p.m. If you're in the West Coast. And the best way to just figure this out, as opposed to trying to check times, is just to go and follow this channel. That's much easier. We'll notify you whenever we're live, and we're going to come back with a really interesting match. It's going to be Brazil versus Brazil, Noping versus SG. Who is going to drag the other down? We're going to have to see. As we close today's broadcast, we hope you enjoyed. My name is Epulze, joined by Winter and Bowie, and we'll see you next week. Until then.